No spend January. Wait, what is that? Am I going to be starved? And am I going to be not going anywhere? Am I start eating grass? Romeo buffet, which is my puppy buffet, the grass in the backyard, or the start chewing sticks. No, wait a second. It's not none of those crazy talk. It is just that spending normal amount, but not going to spend it extra. That's what we're gonna do, no spend January. I would like to talk about no spend January in this video, and at the end, I would like to do about my Transfer Tuesday, my routine. This video is all about empowering and creating a stop ripple movement, great things in your wallet, in your finance, and in your overall dream. This video, I'm going to talk about 5 tips to prepare for no spend January. And next week, I'll talk about saving ideas for no spend January. And the whole month of January, I'm gonna be with you the whole way, all the way, every single week. And there will be a community post that I'll post it for you. And also talking about on Monday and Tuesday and Thursday video, a little bit ideas that you can actually incorporate it into your no spend January. So I will set it up for your success. And I hope that you can come along with me and join with me. If you're new, welcome. If you're already my healthy, wealthy moguls, then thank you so much for coming back. And I really appreciate your time and all your kindness. Who is healthy, wealthy moguls? It is all the people who are all my friends that who are subscribed on this channel. So those are my healthy, wealthy moguls. So don't forget to subscribe. And I'm really looking forward to meeting all new healthy, wealthy moguls still. I have a puppy over there. He's staring at me. He is super cute. I'll show you what he looks like. So if I'm standing over there, he actually like give me a cutie face and cutie eyes. You know what I'm saying? Puppy eyes, they're just super cute. Like that. That's what my son and me do all the time. So number one is that setting up a goal. Hi Romeo. I love you. We're talking. Do you want to talk too? Do you want to talk to about no spend January? I know you love no spend January, don't you? I know you do. He like it too. He said he like it. Number 1 is that setting up the clear goals. So setting up the clear goal is like pretty much going from one place to another, having a direction, how to go, knowing where you're going, and having GPS or a map even, a physical or digital version of it. You know exactly what you're gonna do. I know this sounds like a daunting, like the whole month. Actually, it is not. It is pretty okay. You can do it. I'm gonna walk with you the whole month, but this video is very specific. Only 5 tips. So number 1 question is, why do you want to go where you're going? Right? Same thing as this. So why do you want to do no spend January? Right? Do you want to pay all your credit card debt? Or for me, it's a paying off the mortgage. Since I don't have any personal debt or no business debt, I have the mortgage to pay off for this house. And then, or what do you want to build the emergency fund for 3 months, 1 month, 6 months? Or do you want to save more money for invest for your retirement time? Or are you getting closer to your retirement? Or even though you are like 40 years before the retirement, it is okay. It's nothing wrong with start investing, putting a little bit of chips in there so it will grow for you. Or are you trying to get something for yourself or for your kids? Or for the one that you love, whoever it is that you are trying to give it back, or giving yourself, or giving for your future, or giving anything that you enjoy in the community, something that you can do, something you love. So that will be that you're setting up goal that while you're doing the no spend January, so that will motivate you internally, not just only money wise. That will motivate from your inside your heart. And if you have any goals that you want to share with us, it can be small. As like, I want to buy a very nice coffee to drink for the whole year. And that is very nice goal too. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I love coffee like next person. Or you want to maybe paying off the mortgage, that what I'm trying to do, which is a lot of money, but I don't really understand that. I'm going with this madness with my major plans. So any goals that you have, that you can go and write it down and share with us so that it can inspire the next person, whoever in this community, that we're like, wow, I can do this too. So like kind of like being transparent and honest and helping each other is definitely thriving in this community. Number 2 is, you know, the word B word, I love that, which is the budget. So create a budget. Creating a budgeting for the whole month is absolutely important for this purpose. So if you're a new beginner budgeter, or if you're a savvy budgeter, or if you're between, it doesn't matter. Create a budget for specifically for January, because you're about to walk into the January. The video that I'm recording now is in the middle of December, and I have talked about a couple of videos already for no spend January. So I'll link it on the below, and at the end of the screen you can see them too. So when you create a budget, it is pretty simple. You know the income, you know the expense. Write it down. If you are new for budgeting, go and write it down what you actually cost. It could be your college books, it could be your college dorm, it could be your rent, it could be your mortgage, it could be your utilities, it could be the food that you're eating every day, or the gas fee that you're driving from one place to another. If you're in the metro area, like it could be New York, Chicago, or Bangkok. If you're in China, in Shanghai, anywhere that you live in, it is that you need a bus fee, you need a bus ticket, you will need the gas fee. You are carpooling, whatever that you are doing it, make sure that you cover it up. So you need to have those line item numbers in your budget. If you don't know what actually budget look like, I will link the video under it. It's called backward budgeting. I'll link it over here. It is like pretty much like based on what you want to accomplish, and you create the income and you create the expense. It's kind of sound like weird, but that's okay, because we always have it. We can change the income anytime. We can change the expense anytime. But what we want is very important. So we want to work on it. What we want first, kind of adjust the income, adjust the expense. Mirror, we cannot adjust the income, or mirror, we cannot adjust the expense. And that is totally okay. We can all work together throughout this whole month. I'll give you a few trips and a few tips, so that way we can just work together. Trust me, there are so many tips and tricks that we can do. So when you know the budget, what you want and what you really needed it, when you figure out these two, you are all set for next month coming. I call it Healthy Wealthy Moguls. You have subscribed my channel and you've been supporting me throughout my journey, so I really appreciate it. And do not forget to subscribe if you are new, or if you forgot to subscribe it, please go ahead and subscribe, and this is your time, so we can be all on tagging it together for this whole month. Number 3 is that having an all-in mindset. So what is all-in mindset is, one time when I was a child, I heard this story. Again, if you do not know, I was born in Burma and I lived in Thailand for a year, and I came to the United States with the big dreams and big hopes. So when I was in Burma, I had this story. It's called this one of the king. So he have his soldiers and his everybody he go along with. He went to across the river, and he went to there, and he trying to go ahead and have a battle with his opponents. And when we went there, and he know that is like a big battles to fight at the beginning, he already know that. So what he did is that he told all his soldiers, and he said that we're about to walk in it, so we're not turning around, we're gonna win it. So what he suggested that he did is that he actually destroyed all his boat. I know it's kind of like not a very super smart idea. He destroyed all his boat. There's no turning around. He's going walking in, and 2, has a winning attitude. So my point is that yes, he did win. When I left Burma, I know that I'm walking into big giant thing, and which is United States, and I have no idea. I didn't know anybody. I have no friends. I have no family members over there in United States. I do have a couple distant family members, but I do know that they will not be able to help me out everyday purpose, or every month things. So I know that I'm by myself, I'm my own. So when I step into the airplane on the first step, and I say, you know what, I'm walking into that step, and I'm not going to turn around until I finish it. I'm not saying I'm perfect here, but when we walk into January, we're gonna have to have an attitude that all in mindset, even though we're walking as a first step. Are you trying to pay off your journey? Are you trying to pay off your student loans? I did pay off student loans this year. I know it's like some people call it luck, people call it magic, whatever they call it. We create magic, we create luck. So my point is that people are gonna tell you that you cannot do it. People are gonna say that they may make a joke out of it. They say that is impossible, that is a joke, whatever they say it. I'm very used to it, and my skins are thicker now. When I was in Burma, I was a teenager at the time, and people came and tell to my parents' house, and they came and say, my nickname was Tutu, and they say, hey Tutu, you can never be out of there, Burma. You will never make it to United States. You will never able to make money. Everything that they say, this is what I did. I smile and I nod. What I'm saying is like, people are gonna say, and you have to put your mindset and say, why do you really want it? don't like the student loan, you don't like the collector calling you. After I pregnant, I deliver a baby, and I have a medical debts at the time because I didn't know how to pay off, and I didn't have many management skills super good at the time. I dislike those calls more than I want to spend something else that randomly. So that way I figured it out, make it happen. I did a lot of no spend January. I did a lot of no spend months. I did a lot of no spend weeks. I was able to pay off those delivery child bail. I was paying off all my student loans as well. Number 4 is the weekly plan. So it sounds like pretty easy. What are we talking? Having fun, party time? Well, that sounds really great. But what I'm saying is that knowing that weekly, what are we doing every week? So knowing that, week 1, what are we gonna do? Week 2, what are we gonna do? Week 3, week 4, so forth, right? So on the weekend, we usually, maybe sometimes we got like bored. We might want to go to out of town. We might want to go to try this restaurant. We might want to buy new clothes. Everything can happen. They will come to you, and somehow they do come to you. And not just only computer, from the friends, from newspaper, it could be from TV, it could be anywhere. You just heard it randomly at the grocery store. You will hear it, you will see it, somehow it will come to you. And then remember, number 3, it is all in mindset. We are all in. Knowing that what you're gonna do every week, that definitely matters. For example, for me, I work from home, which is easier for me to say that because I don't usually go out anywhere on Monday through Friday, unless I have some other urgent thing that I need to take care of more for myself or for the family or for business. Otherwise, I'm just sitting here and working on the phone all the time. So knowing that what your work habits on those days or the whole month, what are you gonna doing? For example, like busy Monday. Some people don't usually like the Monday. They kind of get drawn in to go back to work on Monday. I love Monday. Somehow, I told you I'm a little bit weird, but that is okay with me. So Monday, people got stressed out because they go back to work on Monday. So maybe they might want to get more something, breakfast at the Starbucks or breakfast at the workplace or whatever they ended up doing it. I would like to suggest that pay attention to those days and see maybe you can bring something to your work. So maybe you can make a special breakfast for yourself. It could be omelette. You can make an omelette and put it in the refrigerator. In the morning you take it with you. Just warm it up in the microwave. There you go. If you like to eat a cold food, that's totally fine too. Make something. It could be a yogurt. It could be a oatmeal. It could be something that will make you happy in your belly and in your mind. You don't have to go and stop at fancy, to go places that to eat for the breakfast. So kind of trying to tackle it and plan for it on those whole months, not just only one day. Even though there's days that you might fail something, just don't try to tell yourself that you're a failure, because we all fail at some point. If somebody telling me that they never fail in their life, and I do not believe that. We're doing it January, no spend January. I know it's just something that's small that we're gonna be doing. It's gonna be challenging. A lot of victories gonna be involved, and a lot of things that we will understand ourselves even more. Our spending behaviors. And the last thing that I want to talk to you is about the don't try to plan more spending in upcoming February or March or whatever month that coming next. That saying like, oh, I'm not going to spend here, but I'm going to spend in next month the moment that boom and at 11:59 and 12 a.m. I'm going to start spending. It doesn't help. It's like trying to, we are kind of quitting additions in a small movement. This is like what no spend January is. That we're trying to build the momentum or small little things. I know 1 month sounds big. I know that it is huge. It is. I'm not underestimating for that 1 month not spending, but it is a habit that we're gonna build it for our life, for our future, because this is a good habit. It is hard to have it. Because good thing doesn't come very easily. We just have to work at it, having the all-in mindset, and I know you can do it. I'll be with you, of course, on the YouTube, but you can always, chit-chat don't chit-chat. You can always email to me, or you can always on the comment section with me. I'm always there for you, and that I might be delayed sometime, not within seconds, but at the same time, I'm also working my other job, which is my language translation company. But at the same time, I will be there for you and come back to you with anything that I will be able to support you on your journey. And I wish you the success in No Spend January, and I know you can do it, and we'll do it together. I'll see you next video. And in next video, remember, I'll be talking about some of the saving idea that you can do it and throughout the month. So before January hit it in, I'm gonna give you next week kind of boost that you have some idea how to save some things. If you're already a survey saver, that is awesome, and leave some messages over here. And also let us know and go and put a likes button so that way YouTube algorithm know that they will share this video with all the people who also, sometimes we don't know what we want. Does it make sense? We never heard of such a great thing. So we're like kind of struggling. But when we heard such a great things and we're like, whoa, I can do it too. Does it make sense? So I think not just only me, myself, and you, we can help others too. So let's get started it and share with it. This week Transfer Tuesday is gonna be a little bit quick. I'm going to do the Roth IRA, which is my 2024 Roth IRA. I have already maxed out the 2023 Roth IRA for this year. So I've been saving here and there whatever I can for next year 2024 Roth IRA. I know it's like a no spend January. When I started doing the Roth IRA long time ago, it was like very hard for me to able to put a few hundred every month. At the beginning when I do the Roth IRA, I wasn't able to do the max out that year at the time, a long time ago. And then that is how I started it, my journey. And I think for no spend January is nothing different. If you start with no spend January, you might have failed. Maybe, half of the month you just blow it off, and about the rest of the month you made it. Whatever it is, don't forget that you have a goal. You are important, that you're gonna make it. So now I was able to do it beginning of January 1st, and I was able to finish the whole year already. And so that way I can start saving it for next year. So the Roth IRA, I do $100. And then for next one is the prescriptions. And you know that we have a high deductible health insurance. So we have to save money every month in order to make sure that anything that we were able to take care of our health for my husband, myself, and my son, and my dog. So we make sure that we take care of it. So I try to do that every month, a little bit saving. So I do $100 per month for this one. Not necessarily every month is the same. Next one is that for my mom, I do their saving for $100. Every month is not the same. I have to prioritize some months or whatever it is needed it in terms of sinking funds. So what I'm doing is transfer Roth IRA and also prescription, and for my mom, they're all sinking funds. At some point they're gonna be used. For Roth IRA, we're gonna be invested, so they're gonna go to the market and they're gonna just get an interest earning and maybe lose and gain, and hopefully more gaining than more losing. And then the prescription is whenever we go and buy any prescriptions or buying vitamins or anything, we're gonna use them. And for my mom is that the goal is that once she come here, I will be able to help her without getting myself into financial stress and my family. So that's the reason that I'm saving it. I really appreciate that you're participating in this No Spend January with me, and go ahead and let me know what you think, how you're doing it, and write it down your goals on the comments over here. And go and check out other video that I already made it for some of the ideas that I already threw up there. The last one I did was last minute Christmas savings, and it is never too late to start. And it has a bunch of great ideas for No Spend January. So let's get to it, and we're gonna win together. This time I'm gonna be for sure for this time. See you next video.